And hello, good people. Welcome back to the Real Deal Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Kiana Stewart, and we're here in the studio. So nice to be in the studio on this week, and I have two very special guests with me. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
You want to go? Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't
I'm
matter.
Andrew Schuler. Probably know me better as Drew. I'm the executive producer and website producer for The Real Deal, and thank you for having me on the show.
Yeah, so basically he's my boss. No, I'm kidding. But and you are?
And I'm Emily, and I'm just here, so hi.
Hi, nice to see you. Well, I am so excited to have you both on. And do either of you guys want to start about? So we're just here to talk about some stuff about what's going on in the entertainment world. Like a lot of things are going on. So do either of you guys want to start off?
Yeah, so I am huge on A24 movies.
The production company.
Yes. So I mean, there's a lot of different movies. I feel like a lot of different genres and stuff like that. I feel like everyone can relate to at least one of them or has a certain one they find to be their favorite. I think for me personally, I'm very big on the movie called Lady Bird.
Oh,
I've seen that.
wait, Lady Bird.
It has Saoirse Ronan and Beanie Feldstein.
Oh, okay. I think I'm thinking about
Timothy Chalamet, you probably know him.
I
Everyone
probably
knows.
don't. I'm thinking about the other movie with Florence Pugh in it.
Oh, like Midsummer?
Probably so.
Yeah, because I mean, there's also like those movies, like horror movies are good. Like Hereditary is also really good.
Yes.
Midsummer, stuff like that. The Lighthouse was also a favorite of mine with Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe. But with that movie, I was like, after I saw it, because like the whole premise of it is just basically two guys like that work at like a lighthouse, something like that, in like the early 1900s, and they're just like basically like keeping like the lighthouse in order, so it like keeps working for like people like on ships moving across the ocean and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the entire thing is only the two of them, which I thought's really crazy, just for the fact like you would think there'd be someone else, but it's only the two of them throughout the entire movie.
Yeah.
And so it's basically like starts out like fine, like they're just like working the lighthouse, stuff like that. Like one of them, like Willem Dafoe, he's like the older guy, so has a lot more experience. So like he tells Robert Pattinson like what to do and all that stuff.
Robert
So-
Pattinson is in that?
Yeah.
Check it out.
The
I
same
knew.
guy in Twilight, yes.
Obviously. And he's supposed to be playing Batman in the new Batman movie.
He is. But the entire movie is just like, it starts out fine, but then like slowly and slowly it's like they start to like lose their sanity and stuff like that, and it gets like really crazy towards the end. I really like it. But anyways, yes, that's A24. They're independent film production people. I believe came from New York. That's where they started out.
My town, my dream is to go to New York someday. Like, I just love the city and what it represents. Like, the Big Apple, the fashion capital of the world. It's like, I'm just in awe of New York.
Yeah, I went
Love
there.
New York. I went there. It was so cool.
Oh, I'm jealous.
I was
So
it was,
jealous.
It was for my high school. We went to. I was in the orchestra. And we went to New York to play there, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I went there too in high school because I was in theater, and like we had like our theater group. We would have like a trip. We went to New York City.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was like 2018. I don't know if you saw it, but like when I went there, I had like my fun fact or whatever. Like when I went there, I met Brandon Rogers, the YouTuber.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Who's
That was
that?
Brandon Rogers.
I feel like I should know that.
Well, like
I don't.
the reference I use is like the Vine. Like I don't know if I can like curse or not.
You don't know who Brandon Rogers
But like
is.
the whole like meme or whatever, where like he gets hit with something, he's like, "Try me." Like the B
Try
word.
me. No, I'm kidding.
What?
Brandon Rogers, but like we were just like walking and like I just saw him like in Times Square, like he was like with like his boyfriend or something like that, and we're like, oh, that's Brandon Rogers. But anyways, keeping to my topic, it is
Yeah.
A24 is from New York City, I'm pretty sure. But recently they've been coming out with a lot of trailers for a lot of new stuff that's coming out. I think today actually, or it might have been yesterday, I can't remember. The new Joel Cohen movie came out, or trailer for it, called The Tragedy of Macbeth. So I feel like everyone hears about Macbeth, like the whole like dramatic piece that was like from so many hundreds of years ago.
So it's based on the play Macbeth?
Macbeth, but it's like a movie for it.
Oh, okay.
So
Isn't the production of that cursed or something like that?
for what?
Macbeth?
Why would it be cursed?
I don't know. I heard somewhere that like Macbeth was like cursed or whatever, like something terrible.
Yeah, see, like
Yeah.
I read.
She is to some extent, I will say that.
I read that in high school, part of Macbeth for my English class. So I was like, oh shoot, that's kind of crazy. But Denzel Washington's in it, and Frances McDormand, both Academy Award winners. So I'm like really looking forward to it.
You had to say Denzel. Ooh.
Oh yeah, Denzel. He's he's a great actor. But
Yeah.
that's coming up, and then another one's coming up is this one called The Humans, which I don't know a whole lot about, but it has people I know, like Steven Yeun, who was in like The Walking Dead, like Glenn is The Walking Dead, and he was just in like the big time like nominated movie called Minari, I think it's called, that came out like last year. He's in it, and then Beanie Feldstein, who's also in Lady Bird that I said I really liked, and then Amy Schumer, which I thought's kind of interesting because I never thought of her as like the funniest person. Like she's supposed to be like stand up, but like
You had me at Amy Schumer. I'm sold. So.
like so I mean I thought that seemed interesting. So there's like that.
Yeah.
What else was there? Yeah, there was the Macbeth one, The Humans. Lamb, I think, is another one that's coming out. That comes on like October of this year. That's supposed to be like a horror movie. That
Okay.
one I
Sounds
think.
like a horror movie.
Yeah.
It's just called Lamb.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's weird because like the trailer seems like it's just weird. Like there's like one scene where like a girl's like making out with like a lamb, like kissing like a lamb or something like that. It's like it's like humanoid form, but the head is like a lamb. I don't know what it's about, but it looked really.
We're
freaky.
not talking about Silence of the Lambs, are we?
No,
Like-
no.
At first, I thought you said lamp, and I immediately
No,
thought that one
lamb.
lamp, like that
With a-
Christmas movie with like the
Oh
shoe.
yeah,
Christmas Story?
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking
No.
I thought you
lamb.
were making out with that. I was like,
Lamb.
what?
about. Making out with a lamp.
No, it's just no. But that was like one of the shots. It was like just saw like a girl just like kissing a lamb. I was like, what? Like I was so confused by it.
In the world of entertainment, we've seen more bizarre things happen. So
Yeah,
like,
I mean-
it's not the most unusual thing that we've heard.
It's like
so.
a norm now, but that's coming out too. But in general, for like a lot of A24 movies, like even in the past, like I know there's like Euphoria was like the production behind it was A24, like people that produced it or whatever. Like that was like
Euphoria is awesome.
I've wanted to watch that for so long, but I have
haven't
not
watched it
yet.
yet either.
I've really
Is
wanted
it-
to watch
Have
that.
you watched it?
Yeah, I've watched the first season, and they had like a special going on and everything like that. But Zendaya, like, you can't go wrong with Zendaya. So
Zendaya's so pretty.
yeah, I mean, she won an Emmy for her work on the show. So
did she? I
yeah,
didn't
she
know that.
did. I already knew she was gonna win. Like whenever I watch the award shows, I always get my predictions and I make my bets. And so far, I'm on the spot. So far, I've been doing good.
Yeah, but stuff like Euphoria and like a lot of other ones that came in like the past, like Hereditary, like I said, Lady Bird and all that kind of stuff. I just really like the actual production, like the company itself. And
Yes.
I mean, yeah, so, and also like I got last year for Christmas, I got like a A24 shirt
Aww.
from my brother.
That's
Because I guess
sweet.
he knew I liked A24 a lot, so
That's
we've seen it,
good.
so he got me a lot of those. But that's basically my topic. I'm just really looking forward, especially with October. October, not even just with A24, but with just movies in general. There's so many like good movies coming out, like very highly acclaimed movies are coming out.
Yeah.
So I'm just like really looking forward to it.
And the fact that you brought up an independent label, I thought that was really cool. Like, you know, like getting more movies out there on the mainstream media, which I
Yeah.
think is
Yeah.
really interesting.
It's like, see, they call themselves independent, but it's like, I feel like they're gotten to a point where they've kind of like made their own sort of like fan base and community. They've gotten like so big that like, I almost feel like I wouldn't call them like independent or like underground or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
they're kind of like mainstream, but
Yeah.
also they still kind of are independent in some ways. Like,
Yeah.
they're not like any sort of like MCU or anything like, you know, kind of stuff, like that
Yeah.
kind of budget, you know. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, but A24 movies, I'm looking forward to those. So
Yeah,
that's my
really cool. And okay, got it.
Yeah.
And so for me, I want to go ahead and start off with the season premiere of Dancing with the Stars last night. It was amazing. I've been in love with the show for the past few years and everything. And me being a performer in general, like I just love like people who come on to dance and everything like that. It's such an amazing community to have. And the stars this season, like we have JoJo Siwa, we have The Bachelor Matt James, and I think he was on the Karate Kid. His name was Marvin Cove. He's on the show Cobra Kai. Like,
Yeah.
it's like I was really impressed. And usually, like, since for me watching the show for so long, I've always been like my own judge. Like, there's judges on the show and everything like that, but I've always been the one to like judge and critique because I think I know what
Is
I'm
it
doing.
the same judges? Because like last time I watched it
Well-
was like 10 years ago, like 10 plus years ago, and like,
Well, yeah.
like
The
the same host and everything.
Yeah, well, they still have the same judges on there, but one of the pros, Derek Huff, he's the new judge, and Tom Bergeron and Aaron Andrews, who were the hosts for a while, I don't know what happened. There was some sort of like thing going on and everything like that. So So they left, but Tyra Banks is now the new host.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because before it was like the guy that was like the America's Funniest Home Videos host. Like, you remember that? Like the host for that.
Alfonso Ribeiro?
Wait, he did Dancing with the Stars?
Who did?
Wait,
That
now
guy,
I'm lost.
there's like
What?
the guy, you know, like the TV show, not Alfonso, the guy, Carlton. Before him, there was another guy that was the host of America's Funniest Home Videos.
Who, Tom? That's Tom.
But is he still the host for Dancing with the Stars?
No.
So he's not.
No. He left last year because something went on behind the scenes. I'm not sure. He either got fired or they got let go. I don't know. I don't like drama like that, but I think Tyra's doing a good job and everything like that. But I will say that the best dance of the night for me was JoJo Siwa. I mean, like, pretty much everybody that I've talked to today, like, everybody was like, talk about JoJo Siwa, talk about JoJo Siwa. I'm like, okay.
She was on Dance Moms, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
JoJo was?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
isn't that how
like-
she became famous.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so she was good. She got the highest score of the night, and then like I said, a lot of stars on there. Like Brian Austin Green from Beverly Hills 90210. Like he was the most surprising to me because like for a disadvantage, he is dating one of the pros on the show, and they're actually dance partners on the show, and like he got to me. I was like, okay, he can move. And then like Martin Cove, like I said, the Cobra Kai star, like I mean, like all I'll say is that I appreciate his effort for people in their 70s to, like, you know, go out there and have a good time and everything like that. And you know, he did a good job. He did a good job.
For his age, yeah.
Yeah. And like the judge, like the old judge on there, he's like in his 80s, so he can understand that. So he did a good job. But overall, season premiere, I loved it. Next week is going to be awesome because they're doing a tribute to Britney Spears.
Oh.
So
just like only Britney Spears music?
yeah,
They're doing
because of
songs
the
for
whole Free Britney movie,
Yeah.
Free Britney movement, which I totally support.
What is going on with that? Because like I know something's going on, but I don't know.
Well, it's basically to like end her conservatorship and having her dad removed from it. So like because she just wants to like have her freedom and everything like that. And her dad has been the sole estate of her conservatorship for the past 15 years, and she wants to be officially removed from it. But good news is that her dad has officially decided to step down as her conservator, so that's a good sign.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely like, yeah, like I watched it like 10 plus years ago, like that was like last time, but like definitely now, like, cause like there's like a lot of people I know, and like I'm kind of interested in like wanting to watch it again.
I know. Like I've been watching it since season 17 because one of the Glee stars was on there and she won.
Wait, who?
The girl who played Mercedes on the show.
Oh, Amber.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, she's so cool.
She
I-
killed it.
I wouldn't
Oh.
know. I've never watched Glee, so I wouldn't know.
You got some catching up to do.
I have some
I
catching
love
up to
Glee.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
I got a lot of stuff to watch.
I can't even look at you right now. Mm-mm.
I have a lot of stuff I need to
Favorite
watch.
character.
That's a hard one. Don't put me on the spot like that.
Oh.
Okay. I'll tell you after, because I
Okay.
can't really choose. So
Fair enough.
yeah. So what did you come here to talk about?
Well, I came here to talk about basically like the effects of like media on like society, which is a lot different from your guys' topics, I have to say.
It's okay.
It's important.
okay.
It's important.
mean-
But if I do fall asleep, no, I'm kidding.
I will try to bore you as much as I can.
No, I'm kidding. Anyway.
Okay, so I was thinking about this. So I'm in a TCOM class, and we were talking about this, and I realized some stuff that's like the way that people like view each other is really strange, you know. So like if you look at advertisements, you'll see how like there's a distinct difference between like women in advertisements and men in advertisements. So, for example, like a perfume bottle or a cologne bottle, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
So when a woman is advertising it, it's almost like she's like holding it. She's not like grabbing it. Okay. She's very like
Like soft with it, like not
yeah,
like
soft and like, you know, just like dainty or whatever you want to call it.
right, yeah.
Or when a man's like advertising cologne and stuff, they'll be like gripping it or using it or like manipulating it in some way. And I realized that that's kind of strange, right? Because you don't see women like doing that very much in like advertisements.
Like doing the more action in the commercials than men are.
Yeah.
Because I was just
Like
kind of.
picture advertisements,
Yeah. I'm trying to get the picture because I'm thinking about a commercial that Zendaya did on a perfume sample, and she was on a horse. And then I'm thinking about David Beckham, which totally randomized in my mind. But David Beckham, he was basically like holding it and spraying it all over his body, like.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, so I get it.
It's strange, isn't it?
I'm sorry, I got a little flustered just thinking about it. Like.
But I was thinking about like how like that probably is like why that is probably because the way like society views men and women differently.
Yeah.
So for women, they're viewed as like weaker, less like in control, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whereas men are in control, you know, they're very strong, you know, they're like, they make the decisions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to be like emotional and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So really, it's not good for either party, really.
Well, true. I do agree.
Yeah.
I think too, like there's definitely like a standard or like a norm for like men and women that like they have to follow, and like in Hollywood or whatever, when it comes to that kind of stuff, they're very strict on it, which I think is ridiculous. Because I've seen a lot of like different documentaries and stuff like that. Because I'm a senior, I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
I'm a junior.
I'm a freshman.
For TCOM, yeah. So for like TCOM and stuff like that, like I've watched, at least my classes, we watched like a lot of different documentaries on like women representation and stuff like that, male representation, and like, you know, ads and stuff like that. So I think having that discussion, I think about like the norms and stuff like that, and actually being able to like accept people, because like maybe not all women see themselves as being, you know, a woman, maybe a man, but just like opening up more, I feel like, and also just like broadening like the norm or whatever for like certain genders and stuff like that to like make everyone feel more like comfortable. I think is like a very like serious discussion and something like needs to be talked about more.
Yeah,
I also
totally.
But with that being said, I also do think that there's like a lot more people like being more accepting of like, and not like trying to go with like the standards and stuff like that.
Yeah,
If
absolutely.
you're a
Yes.
woman, you have to look a certain way, or a guy, you have to look a certain way. Like being more open and stuff like that.
I just-
So I think that's great.
I just found it fascinating because they're also showing like how like athletics, like women like athletes, you know. There was this one lady, she won like I forget, it was some sort of like race thing, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Indy 500 or not. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It might have been Olympics. I don't know.
Yeah, like I totally agree
But
with that.
the picture of her, they were all very like girly and stuff like that, and like trying to like almost make up for the fact that she's doing something that's more considered a man's sport.
Yeah, I get it.
You know?
Yeah, I get it. And that's
Find it interesting.
yeah, it's a really good input. So, unfortunately, our time is up. I want to thank you both for joining me. I know, like.
Thank you for having me though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yeah, so we will see you guys next week for episode 3, and this season's off to a good start. So make sure you guys tune in, and we will see you guys next week. Peace out.
Groovy, dude.
Bye.